back with Jose Guiterrez, our guest today on Wichita's Biz That Is. And we've been talking about the insurance industry. And if somebody were interested in it, tell me a little bit about process and what you do there.
Well, again, Tim, thanks for giving me this opportunity to be here this morning. The process of running your own business is not easy. Am I correct?
You are, and the interesting thing people don't know is the average small business person makes the same as the average wage earner. Mm-hmm. The average now, not talking about what your folks might do. People do it because they want to be their own boss.
Well, what I found is a lot of times when I'm visiting with potential candidates that want to run and operate their agency, it's flexibility. It's that freedom. It's that time that they want to spend with their family, with their kids, being able to be in control of their destiny, right? Mm-hmm. That they are not going to allow a company to dictate, hey, you're going to come in at this time, you're going to do this for me. If not, you're done. We're going to give you the pink slip, right? Mm-hmm. They have control of their future, of their career, but they also have a legacy. They want that legacy piece to leave for their kids, for their family, for their communities. Mm-hmm. So the question is, how can a person get started, right? How can a person get started of becoming a business owner? In a sense, that's what we're looking for. One, we do a screening background check. Very detailed, Tim. We go through the MVR, criminal, employment, residential history, and credit. Oddly enough, we look at all these variables to identify a potential candidate.
I know, and I worry about so many young people. They make a couple of mistakes, and ooh boy, it makes it tough getting started.
But the thing with that is, once we talk to them and they've know for sure, this is what I want to do, I'm there to help them out, coach them along the way. I've coached a few folks for 2-3 years before they even started their career path of becoming an agency owner themselves. Once they clean that stuff up, or they are ready to go for, say, they start the licensing process. And that licensing process can take 2 weeks to almost a month for both property casualty and life and health through the Kansas
Insurance. I've had that license.
It's a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, no. I did not like the state test.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. And honestly, I thought I was a smarter guy, but when I first took that test, I thought I needed to go back to school and learn how to study. Go ahead.
Well, let me take you a piece on that. If of the things you took in school, what do you find the most valuable? What translated well for you?
Diversity and diversification, right? Whenever you're in college, you're balancing work, social life, business, maybe a part-time job, maybe living with your parents. So you're balancing, you're diversifying everything and prioritizing. Okay, I got to do this first, I got to do the second. And from there, you're able to learn and adapt yourself to that.
Have you seen things, I mean, we've got the basic thing about character, but have you seen things that to you are kind of indicators of who can do well in the business versus others?
Well, what I see is, again, entrepreneurship. A person who wants to be an entrepreneur. They don't know what kind of business they want to have or how to get started. Or even
they're not inventor types.
They're not inventor. I'm not an inventor.
Nor am I.
I want to say I'm the biggest thief out there. I'll steal any type of idea if it helps our agencies grow in regards to marketing, in regards to staffing, coaching, developing, and we're able to take all those great ideas from other people and then implement them in your own way. So to answer your question, you have to be an entrepreneur.
Do you find and I don't know how much your experience is outside this area, but do you find it's an advantage to work with people from kind of Kansas?
Is it an advantage to work with people from Kansas? Definitely. I mean, this is a great state of ours, and the people have a very good moral support coming from their family, coming from their church, coming from the community in general. So the people from Wichita, the people from the entire state, great people to work with.
Okay. What do you see as future in your field, in the insurance field? Where are we going?
Well,
what's different? You know, something. Well, I'm going to pontificate for a minute. One of the goofy things like in health insurance is we make it so expensive by putting everything in. I mean, it's like insuring yourself against an oil change on a car. Mm-hmm. Nobody does that. Insurance is to protect you against, things that are going to be more that would overwhelm you, right?
Exactly. Catastrophe. Mm-hmm. And that's what the insurance is.
The house burns, the car is destroyed.
Absolutely correct.
Or you get disabled, things like that. Those are the things you're really worried about.
You're absolutely correct. Well, let's take, for example, Tim, a house fire. Mm-hmm. You're going to definitely report that to your insurance company, right? Because you need a house.
Yes.
And second, you're going to need the loss of living expenses, because I need to live somewhere. I need my clothes, I need my food, I need my shelter. But you're not going to report if somebody dings your door, or the kids break a glass.
Oh yes,
your glass window. Because we all been there. I've been there. It might cost you a couple $100s to replace, but if it's going to cost you a couple $100,000 to replace your entire house.
What? You're members of WEBA. Tony's obviously been a strong member. What's the value there? Do you see a value in your participation in it?
You.
No sucking up on camera.
No, but seriously, you bring a lot of knowledge to the table, and not only yourself, but you represent WEBA, and everybody that participates with WEBA definitely has knowledge in marketing, knowledge in business, knowledge in whatever industry they're representing, and I want to use that. We want to use everybody's specialties to make our own business a lot better.
That's a perfect ending to this session of Wichita's Biz That Is. Thank you, Jose.
Thank you.